a few kids that aren't. So I'm going to record this. So this will be there. So at the end, I will unrecord if there's any other questions. So I'm going to start presenting right now. And here we go. So please put in the chat if at any time you don't see. So this is for this week of September 8th through the 11th. I hope you all can see this. Can someone tell me yes, they see it? I still get nervous that I can't rely on this. So I'm hoping you can. Good, thank you, Oscar. And Anthony, thank you very much. So this is for the week. So I'm gonna start with the easier one that's a more fun one. Franco, I'm glad you joined. Good to see you. Well, kind of, because I don't really see you, but I'm glad you're here. So this first assignment is let's have fun and get to know each other, which a lot of us already know each other, but this is kind of a really fun thing. So you're going to choose, this is just a fun assignment, and you get to choose how you want to share it, the information. So your choices are a Flipgrid if you want to do it in a Flipgrid. A lot of you have done that in other classes. You can also, if you want to, I don't think it was this class, there's another class. Yeah, it was this class. I think it was Daniel, or there was some of you guys talking about TikToks. So if some of you kids want to do your own TikTok video and put it into Google Classroom, there's, you could do a link and then, there's a way into Google Classroom, you can do a video. You can, or if you just want to make a TikTok or just a regular video of yourself, or if you want to put it in Flipgrid, that's okay. I have an example of mine that I did that I put into Flipgrid. It's not that exciting, but I have one there. So these are the 4 things, and the directions are in the Flipgrid, but these are the 4 things that you need to have in if you choose to do the video, the TikTok, or if you're like, I just don't want to talk on screen, you can put it into a Google slide, which, where did I put it? Oh, right here, into a Google slide. You can make a Google slideshow. So you'd have 1 slide per question that you have to answer, okay? And you'll need a picture. Oh, I better put that in there. You'll need a picture per the slide, and then however you want to do your picture per slide. All right. So the 4 things you need, and like the Flipgrid thing, I only gave you 30 seconds, and I talk a lot, and I did it in the 30 seconds, just so you know. So you need to introduce yourself, like what you like. Make sure hear your name. What made you smile last week or this week if you're doing this assignment later in the week? And please don't say nothing made me smile. You have to tell me something that makes you smile, okay? Number 3, what's your favorite food? And number 4, what is a fact about you that you think no one knows? All right? So that's for that activity. Are there any questions on that? You can ask it in the chat, or you can wait until I'm all done. Okay, and I need to add on that last one that I need a picture per slide. Hang on, okay, picture. Okay, so you have several ways to do that. Got it? Be creative. Okay. So the second one is a letter to me. All right. So you need to follow the instructions on this page for how to format your letter. Please make sure you follow all directions. You'll type your letter on the page below it. So make sure double-spaced Cambria font, 12 point. Make sure you follow all those things. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a sample letter with you. So this is what it looks like. Does everybody see a letter, I hope? So these are your objectives, that you can produce clear writing, coherent writing, and it's appropriate to task, purpose, and audience. So just remember, I'm your audience. So make sure you remember that. So you're going to follow the requirements. It says 1 or more pages, but by the time you type this, it's not going to be it could be on to the second page, depending on how much you want to do. Organize using paragraph form, and the due date will again be next Monday at midnight, okay? Your very first assignment, well, this isn't your first, but you're gonna write a letter to me. It's a fun way for me to get to know you. Your letter can be about anything, but most importantly, the purpose of the letter is to introduce yourself to me, okay? So here's some ideas though, because I don't just want just rambling, and there's no like organization to it, okay? So the letter must begin with a greeting. Please let me know if you start following us. Are you guys all with me on this? I hope you're not falling asleep, because I'm going to I know that I over-explain and I talk a lot, but the only reason I over-explain is because I want to make sure you understand my expectations, okay? So the letter needs to begin with a greeting, and you should highlight at least 3 important facts, stories, or experiences about you. So that means you're going to have 3 paragraphs in there. All right, so as juniors, your paragraph should be about 5 to 6 sentences long. All right, 5 to 6, actually I should say 5 or more, okay? For a good paragraph, 5 or more. Hope you guys all remember that. All right, so I'm gonna scroll down here. So these are some ideas. You can tell me about your family, the best movie you've seen. You could do the best book you've read. What is your greatest academic strength? What are you involved in outside school? These are just some ideas. And if you can't write about much on one, just write about maybe 2 things in per paragraph, okay? If you could be a superhero, what would you be? What is your most important core values? Values are like honesty, fairness, those kind of things. And what matters the most to you in life? You could tell me about your favorite vacation, just something about you. Don't forget, it must end with a closing. And you need to have at least 1 to 2 images that correspond. I know it says with your introduction, I don't know what that means. What I'm saying is you need 2 pictures in there. So wherever you feel your picture fits in with your, whatever paragraph you're writing, choose 1 to 2 pictures you're gonna insert in there. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna scroll down where it says begin your letter on this page, and you're gonna start typing. So make sure, remember I said Cambria font. I'm gonna go to 12. I'm going to make sure it's on double space, okay? Now I know it's a letter, so technically I could have you single space, but I prefer double space. It's easier for me to read. Okay, and you don't need to indent or anything in a letter. Okay, so remember you have to begin with a greeting. So you could say, dear Ms. Funderburk or Ms. Fun. You could say, hello, Ms. Fun, comma. And then at the end of a greeting, you always put a comma. And then you're gonna go down 2 of them, because generally the greeting's up top and there's a little bigger gap down below. So you're gonna go, hello, Ms. Fun. Now from now on, I'm not gonna do that twice. So this is where you'll start talking about yourself. So pretend that I'm talking, this is kind of awkward, me talking to me, but I'm just gonna pretend I'm a student. So I'm gonna say, my name is Corrine. All right, so I'm gonna do my sentences. Make sure you have some good sentences that vary in length, and make sure you, 5 to 6 sentences. So my name is Corrine. I was born and raised in Spokane, Washington, okay? So you notice Spokane and Washington are capitalized because they're proper nouns, cities and state. Notice the comma between Spokane and Washington. There's always a comma between city and state, okay? Now I've noticed I've started 2 sentences with I, so my next sentence after that probably shouldn't start with I, okay? I have 3 sons, 1, oh, I could talk about living in Umatilla. I have lived in Umatilla for about 28 years. So notice, I have quite a few sentences, but remember I need 5 to 6. And I have to say I have 3 boys. My son, Zach, is in college at OSU, Cascades, and Bend. Again, capitals OSU is a college, Cascades is the part of the name, and city is capitalized. My other two sons are in high school. You guys see how you're going to do that? And then I probably, for that one, I would have pictures. So I could put pictures of my kids on there. Okay? I don't know how many sentences I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, I have 5 sentences. That would be enough. But I might want to go above and beyond. All right? Questions on that? Now I got to go to my next one. So I'm just going to go down to the next one. And I'll start my second part. So I'm just going to talk about my life. If I wasn't a teacher, I would like to be a flight attendant. I know some of you that had me last year, I talked about being a flight attendant. I would like to be a flight attendant. I love to fly and talk to people. I could use different accents when I am over the loudspeaker. It would be so fun. Now, I don't know what this little business is, but I'm going to check. Oh, it's one word. Do you guys understand? So there's my next one. And then if I want a picture of that, I could try, I probably don't. So I'm going to go down the next one because this is my next topic, my next section. So I know that here, I hope you guys aren't asleep. This is here, see how this is blank? It's okay because this is a new paragraph. All right? So Christopher just joined. Glad you joined, Christopher. So then I would do my third paragraph. So let's say I have no idea what to talk about. My favorite movie, my favorite book. So I would choose to write about something else, okay? So let's say I'm just doing this right now because I'm just writing about the next one. So let's say I do my 5 to 6 sentences and I get done here. I could talk about my favorite vacation if I wanted to. So then let's say I'm done. I go down, and when you close a paper, a closing, that usually happens like in the middle of, and so do you see mine's not even that long. My paper's not that any long, but remember you have to put at least 1 to 2 pictures in there. So then it will then bring it down a little bit more. Okay, oh my gosh. So then my closing needs to be like about halfway in. So that's when I would I probably should double space a little bit more on that. Do a second double space. Halfway in, tab in, and I can put sincerely or have a nice day, but I'm going to put sincerely, comma, and then underneath that, you would sign your name. And then you'd look at this, and this would be your letter. You understand? Now you might say that's not very much, but remember I didn't finish. I have a lot more to say. So I probably should get about half a page if I also include my pictures. All right. Are there any questions? If you need to, post them in the comments. I could even, it might look better if I separated these paragraphs out too. It might look a little bit better. I don't know. It's up to you. But yours will be a lot longer. Any questions? I'm going to quit recording now.